Raise your hand. How many of you had another plans before learning or studying English? Yeah, I'm not an exception. Now I want to tell you my English journey. The beginning of my story with the English is a little bit unusual because I started the process to be a police officer because it was that dream of my father. But 2 weeks before enter to the academy, I just decided to change my career path. I just said, being a police officer is not for me. I'm sorry. At that moment, I really wanted to study to be an architect or psychologist. But once again, my father told me, I'm sorry, I don't have money for those careers. So he preferred that I studied English degree because it was cheaper. And my story with the English started 7 years ago. My really story with the English. At the University of Panama, country where just 13% of the people speak in English. So I started to study in the university and I had 2 difficult years because it's a career that is especially for people that know the English already. And I really don't know a lot of English language. So after 2 difficult years, one day my mother asked me, Mary, you are learning something about the English? And I told her, you know what? No, I don't learn it. And she was very angry, told me you had to find a job immediately and practice your language. Well, after 2 days, I found a job as a teacher, and that, believe me, that helped me a lot with my skills. And I think that I learned more working than in the university. I worked during 4 years, and here I want to tell you my experience. One of my experience was in 2018 with my first school that was with a group of students of 3rd grade during 2 years. After that 2 years, I changed for school and I started to work with students from 10 to 15 years old. And I think that with that with that students, I learned a lot of English. Let's move on to my second part of the speech, that is my techniques. The first technique that I use in my country was the books. As a teacher, I have the sequence of the grammar books, and that helped me a lot with my grammar structure. So here I would like to suggest you go to the library and read to know new vocabulary. My second technique changed here in Canada. Now I watch movies in English with subtitles in English, and I recommend you Mamma Mia. That is my favorite movie because it's very interesting and it's an interesting movie. My third technique are my sticklers. There are my homestay and her daughter. I like to talk to them because when I was wrong, they just correct my mistakes, and I like that part of my life here in Canada. My third part of the speech is the tips. Well, my first tip, I like my first tip because I think that all of us use this tip that I found in markmanson.net, that is repeat the words. For example, when I don't know or when I hear a new word, I just repeat it several times and learn that word. My second tip is read lyrics. In my case, when I like a song in English, I read the lyrics several times and I try to imitate the sounds of the words of the lyrics, because you know that my frustrated dream is be a singer. And my third tip, I found it in fluent.com, that is watch movies but without subtitles. Why without subtitles? Well, I think that all of us watches Disney movies in our own language, and we know what about the movie. So if we now watch that movies without subtitles, you focus and pay attention to listen the movie because we know what about the movie. So I like that thing. To conclude my speech, in the future when I return to my country, I would like to apply my knowledge as a good teacher and give to my students the importance of the English language and provide the better knowledge to they have a better future in my country. Thanks for listening.